Davis. We hope you had a great weekend and welcome back to RNE-TV Live. Coming up on today's show, we will have a spring sports spotlight. Students arriving at school or leaving campus for lunch will be required to show their school ID. Students unable to show their school ID or attempting to leave campus without CCR status will receive disciplinary. To ensure there is enough staff to work seat time recovery and school detention, students are now required to register for seat time recovery and school detention. Students can access the registration forms from 5 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. Monday through Thursday and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. If they are unable to attend their scheduled session, they must email rnhattendance@richland2.org to register for seat time recovery. Go to rnehs.info/str. Also, students with ID violations or less than 10 tardies are highly recommended to attend after-school tutoring. After-school detention is now from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m., Monday through Thursday. No students will be allowed to leave before 5:30 p.m. After-school tutoring is held in Building A from 4 to 5 p.m. To register for after-school detention, go to rnehs.info/ASD. Richland Northeast High School presents the Met Gala A Wish Upon a Star Prom on May 10, 2025 from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the South Carolina State Museum. Please wear your formal attire. Tickets can be purchased in person at the fees office available before school, after school, or during lunch, or online through the parent portal. To add the prom fee to your account, see Mrs. Harper in the fees office or send an email to nharper@richland2.org to request it. Before purchasing tickets, please complete the prom agreement Google form sent by Mrs. Cherry. From now until April 30th, tickets are $75. From May 1st through 9th, tickets will be $85, and at the door, tickets will be $100. If your guest is not a student of RNE, you must complete the approval form available from Mrs. Cherry in room E109. If you have any questions, please reach out to Mrs. Schofield, Junior House Advisor at nschofield@richland2.org. Seniors, it is not too late to order your cap and gowns. Please check your email from Mrs. Cherry for information and the senior class Google Classroom. Attention students going into the workforce after high school. Midland's Business and Education Alliance is hosting the High School to Hire event on May 2nd. The event is a job fair designed to help students find full-time employment before graduation. If you are interested in taking part in this event, please see Dr. Barnes and C104 for additional information today. The Media Center would like to help you boost your vocabulary power by sharing a vocabulary word of the day. Today's word of the day is aesthetic, which means relating to beauty or artistic taste. For example, the painting was admired for its aesthetic appeal.
The Media Center is giving away a $25 Ulta gift card in honor of Women's History Month. And the winner is Araya Humphrey. Congratulations, Araya. Please stop by the Media Center to claim your card. Attention students 16 and up, the City of Columbia has summer internship opportunities available that will count towards CCR. They are paying $14 an hour. The application deadline is April 4th, 2025. The link to apply can be found in the Work-Based Learning Google Classroom. In celebration of National Poetry Month and Jazz Appreciation Month, the Media Center is hosting a poetry/jazz event on Thursday, April 24th during second block. If you want to bring your class, please contact Wanda Brown immediately, as seating is limited. Any students or teachers who would like to perform at this event should email their poem to Wanda Brown at wbrown@richland2.org by the end of lunch on Wednesday, April 9th. You can also drop your poem off to the Media Center by April 9th. This is going to be a great event with music and live performances. Also, please indicate the number of students you want to bring. You will receive a confirmation email if your class is selected to attend. Classes will be booked on a first-come, first-served basis. Book today. The Sabre is collecting data for its annual piece on senior destinations. If you wish to be featured, please scan the QR code to fill out the form. Yearbooks are now on sale. Make sure you order your copy today at jostens.com. The Media Center is collecting new and gently used books for students in grades K through 12 for the Readers Serve Together book drive. Books will be donated to Eddie's Book Bank in the Richland County Public Library. All collections must be turned in today. Books may be dropped off in the Media Center. Help us make a difference one book at a time. Now to Lily Romero in the studio with the Spring Sports Spotlight.
Good morning, Cavs. I'm Lily Romero, and I'm back with another segment of Spring Sports Spotlight, your outlet for all things spring sports. Many events happened last week, so let's get into today's recap on Monday. On Monday, the boys golf team was supposed to have a match, but unfortunately it was canceled. Now on to Tuesday, boys and girls JV and varsity soccer played South Point away and at home. Both boys JV and varsity teams won, varsity with a score of 1-1 and JV with a score of 2-1. However, the girls varsity team fell to the Stallions with a score of 1-0. The JV girls was unfortunately canceled. The girls softball teams traveled to York High School. Both teams fell to the Cougars, varsity scoring 14-0 and JV scoring 11-0. Baseball also played York here at RNE, ending with a loss and a score of 11-0. No events were hosted on Wednesday, so now on to Thursday. The baseball and softball teams played York again, but softball was at home and baseball was at York. Both softball teams ended with a loss and a score of 18-1 for varsity and for JV 14-0. Baseball, on the other hand, also fell to York with a score of 16-0. Next was Friday when the softball team hosted Rich Spring Monetta and ended with a loss. Both teams ended with a loss, varsity scoring 20-14 and JV scoring 18-1. Also, both boys and girls varsity and JV soccer played Camden High School. Boys at home and girls at Camden. The boys game ended with a win and a score of 5-1, and the girls teams fell to the Bulldogs with the varsity scoring 5-0 and JV being 9-1. Finally, on Saturday, the varsity track and field teams traveled to Spartanburg for the Glover Smiley Invitational Meet. The boys 4x1 meet placed third, and their 4x2 teams placed second. Lacey Samuels placed third overall in the 100 hurdles, and Ethan Moody placed second in the 110 hurdles and first in the 100-meter dash. Now let's take a look at the upcoming events for this week. Today, the softball team will be traveling to Lakewood, JV starting at 5:30 and varsity starting at 7. On Tuesday, softball is traveling to South Point for another game, and baseball will be hosting South Point here at RNE at 6:30. Boys JV and varsity soccer will have a game here, JV starting at 5:30 and varsity starting at 7. Next up on Wednesday, varsity and JV track and field are hosting a track meet here at RNE starting at 5 p.m. Girls JV and varsity soccer will be traveling to York, JV starting at 5:30 and varsity starting at 7. Thursday, softball and baseball will be playing South Point again. Softball will be at home and baseball will travel to South Point. On Friday, the varsity track and field will be going to the Ridgeview for the Blazer Twilight meet. The boys varsity and JV soccer team will be going to Lancaster for a game. Also, the girls varsity and JV soccer teams will be playing Lancaster here at RNE. Well, that's all we have for spring sports today. Tune in for more on Friday. Reporting for RNE-TV Live, I'm Lily Romero. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, Lily. Well, that's all we have for today's show, Cavs. I'm Sydney Turner.
And I'm Morgan Davis. Stay safe, have fun, and remember,
It's a great day to be a Cavalier.